Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Million Dollar Thrift. This is a podcast about thrifting, luxury thrifting, and just enjoying shopping and not spending a whole lot. And today I have a special guest, Sil Smith. Welcome.
Thank
Welcome to the
you.
show.
I know
Thank you for
it.
joining.
Oh, my pleasure.
I want to tell everybody a little bit about your background. So, Sil has been in the fashion industry since back in the 70s in New York. And now she's working with Million Dollar Thrift. She's my merchandising specialist. She helps me figure out all the price points so that we're not too expensive in the
Right.
boutique that we're planning on
Right.
on launching, and we're also not giving away the store.
That's right.
So she helps me and keeps me right on track, and I'm so grateful to have her in my life. So welcome.
Well, thank you for
Welcome.
having me.
Thank you for agreeing to be
Oh,
here.
of
And
course.
I want to tell everybody a little bit about you and what you
Sure.
do for me. And we met while we were filming in her store where she was
Right.
working in Orange. And she and I just hit it off and we shared a lot of fashion stories. And I don't know, we just
We
vibed.
just hit it off.
She is just such a cool lady, funky, stylish. She understands me. I have a
Absolutely.
taste that's a little bit maybe over the top, and she just kind of feeds me,
That's right.
feeds my ego.
There's nothing wrong with that.
So we have a lot of fun. She
Yes,
comes
we
over
do.
and we price tag everything, and then we have a little lunch, a little coffee, a little tequila.
Yeah, it's all good.
Tell stories. And anyway, so thank
all
you for
good.
being here.
Thank you for having me.
She is just a wonderful soul. I mean, besides the
you.
fact that she knows her stuff, guys, she's a wonderful human being. She's kind. She's got a big heart.
You.
And Robert and I, my better half and I, we always surround ourselves in our personal life and in our business life with people that are good people and wholesome people. And if I can't vibe with the person that I spend a lot of time with, I just can't do it. I kind of wear my heart on my sleeve, and I need somebody that I can kind of share energy with.
Yeah.
So she's my gal, guys. So thank you for being on. And I wanted you to kind of tell our viewers a little bit about what you do and a little bit about your background, how you started, and how you have this vast array of knowledge in the fashion world.
There we go. Well, when I was younger, I moved to New York City. I didn't know anyone, but I wanted to get into fashion, and I did. So I started in the Garment Center, 1976, and I've been in clothing ever since. So I've learned fabrics, I've learned different embellishments, and I think it's important when we look at a garment. There's been a lot of thought put into it,
Mhm.
for everything, and I think it's really interesting. I think of it as art, and a lot of times I'll buy something.
Absolutely. I agree.
I might not be able to wear it, but I love it because it is art, and it brings out the best in a person, or we hope that it does.
Yes.
Because there's so many people, they walk around, and they don't know what to wear, and they're just not confident. But the minute you start putting something on and just letting them stretch a little bit, then they get excited. And there's
Yes.
nothing, I mean, it's just wonderful to see someone like reinvented, and they have this new feeling and this new personality. And that's what really I do. But see, you do it too. And that's why we clicked,
Yes.
because I think that everyone has a style. Mine's a little funkier,
Which
but
I love. I absolutely love her style. I
absolutely.
mean, this lady can rock Doc Martens like nobody's business.
Yes, I have been collecting them lately. Kind of expensive endeavor,
She
but
just showed me on the way over
oh
here
my gosh,
some Doc Martens that she found secondhand store online.
yes,
Pink,
yes,
pink and lace.
yes,
I
that's
mean,
right.
come
Pink and
on, that's
lace.
like so hot. I was obsessed with them. I'm looking at going, oh my God, that is so perfect.
I didn't even want to show them to you
I
because
know.
I'd probably give them to you.
Yeah.
But you've got the sizzle, and it's rare. I've been around a lot of different types of people, some celebrities, some people in politics, and it's hard to find someone with the sizzle, and that's what you have. So all your garments, I take very good care of because they're parts of your personality, and I think that's what I do and enjoy doing. You have a great eye for things that you buy, And then I've got an eye of how we can put them together and bring that sizzle out
Yes.
because it's important nowadays, fashion, especially thrifting. It's an inexpensive way to project yourself in a
That's
real
right.
positive way.
That's right.
It's like when you want something changed out in your living room and you go and buy some pillows, and all of a sudden the whole room looks different. Well, those aren't real expensive things. But
Right.
it's the same thing with thrifting. And there's really no reason to, I hate to say this, to shop at department stores
Yeah.
because when you go into a thrift store, you even find out about the person who gave the items. So I don't know. For me, I have to have like a lot of different things going on. So thrifting for me, I go in and I eye out certain things, and just over the years, I understand fabrics and what things should be priced
Oh,
at.
guys, you know what? She
Uh,
understands fabric so well. She's actually sought out in Orange County
Thank
because
you.
she knows a vintage product. I have stuff at home, and I consider myself pretty astute on everything
Yes.
that I pick up.
Yes.
But this lady has picked up things out of my home boutique and said, "Oh my God,
Let me look
are
it
you
up.
serious? Do you even know what you have here?" And
Right.
I'm going, no,
Yes.
and
That's
I was
right.
completely off, and it was actually worth so much
Yes.
more.
Yes.
So she knows, like I learned from her when you're looking at a pair of jeans, a vintage pair of jeans, if it's a
Mhm.
white label,
That's
then it's back from the 70s.
yes. You can
So,
tell the label and the stitching. What
and the
color they're
stitching,
using.
she looks at stitching, guys. She
Yeah,
looks
I
at stitching and says,
do.
"This is a high-end product, Eve. This has to be marked up way more than what
Yeah.
you're thinking." So
Yeah.
she is that gal. Like she just knows her
Sweet.
stuff.
Thank
And
you.
whatever
Yes.
she doesn't know, she will find out in the next
Oh,
5
yeah.
minutes
Mhm.
and will tell me.
Yeah.
Like you have all the tools.
We gotta
So
research it.
what a great
Got
team we make.
yes, we do.
Really? I mean, like
Yeah, it's
we just
great.
jive.
The other day you were showing me this pair of denim clogs,
Oh, yes.
and you showed me them, and you
No,
said, "I
exactly.
got these for $14.99 at Goodwill."
Yeah.
And the minute I looked at them, I thought, "Oh my gosh, hold on." And so I did my researching, and they were $245 clogs,
Yeah.
and so well made.
Yes.
And it was like, do you know? And so her eye, she's trained to feel that that thing is really awesome, and there's a why behind it. But you get it, and then we find out why.
She's my why.
Yeah, oh, there we go. Why?
She's
Why
my
is that?
why.
That's
I have
hilarious.
the I and she's my why.
There's the partnership right there. Yeah, I just
So many times this has happened. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, Dee, you got
Mhm.
this. You don't even know
Yeah.
what you
Oh,
have
yeah.
here. This is like
Yeah.
amazing." So
Yes. I
we
go
have
through her closet, and
yes.
really it's fun because I just really have to touch the fabric, and I'll be able to tell you if it's something really great, and then I'll find something and I'll pull it out. I'll say, "Dee, where did you get this?"
Yeah.
And she'll say, "Oh my gosh, I got that at Goodwill or, some other place, and I paid $14.99 for it." And
Yep.
I'm just like, "Oh my, I can't get my fingers on the phone fast enough to do the research." I get so excited. I'm
She
like,
does, guys. She gets
I was
really
like,
excited. She's like, "Oh,
no,
I
just a minute,
I gotta
just a
look this
minute."
up
Yeah.
right now. Hold on. This is gonna be really good. You're gonna love
Yeah.
this."
And I say, "Dee, are you ready?" And you're like, "Did I buy something good?" "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You definitely bought something
What
good."
did I tell you guys? I mean, we like vibe
We
off of
do.
each other.
We do. It's just the greatest. It's a
We have a good
really
time.
beautiful thing. I'm so grateful. I'm
Yes.
so grateful.
And
We
she's
have so
been
much
there
fun.
pretty much from the beginning. I mean, from the point where we started
Yeah.
filming
Yeah.
different pieces of the show, and we just stayed in
Yeah.
touch. And I
Mhm.
said, I really need somebody like you with your background and your expertise to keep me real, to keep me grounded so that I actually know what to price these things. Because,
Yeah.
if we go to resale, I want to still be lower
That's
than
right.
what it would normally cost if you go
Course.
and shop somewhere
Of
else.
course.
So I want to bring that value to our customers.
Absolutely.
And she's able to help me decipher which part of it is, we got to cover our costs and which part of it is still staying below the radar so it's
That's
not
right.
too expensive. So she's a integral part of me developing
Thank
our
you.
boutique, our future boutique. Right now the boutique is in my house. So
Yes,
for those
it
of you
is.
don't know, we have,
Oh,
I
my.
basically took the bottom floor of the house. Our house is kind of 3-tiered, and the bottom floor used to be my daughter's, and she's off at law school. one of my 6 kids, and I took the entire ground floor and turned that into storage/boutique.
Yes.
And how many
Yes.
items would you say that I have? At
Oh
least
my.
over
Uh,
3,000, 4,000 pieces of
yeah. I think
clothing
the
and
shoes, the
heels. And
racks of the shoes, which, if I may say,
I'm afraid, guys, I don't know what she's going to say.
I'm into funky. I like funky stuff. And when I came down the stairs and saw those shoes,
Yeah.
I thought, oh my God, I'm going to pitch a tent and just live here. I loved them. I loved them. And they're just all so unique. And yeah, I'd say you have about 700 pairs of shoes, I would say easily. And
On my
probably,
last count, we were over 1,200
okay.
pieces just for the heels. Just for heels, guys. And when we're talking heels,
You
we're
know
talking
what?
some major heels.
You're probably right because I didn't take in consideration
The upstairs closet, which is
and-
also filled to the
Yes,
top.
so you know what? You're absolutely right.
But
I
at
was-
least it's neat, right? We keep it neat. You
Oh,
help me.
Very neat.
She really does help keep me like
We
neat
roll
and
those racks,
tidy,
don't
and,
we?
and we move things along,
Mhm.
and then
Yeah,
I
we
put
do.
the old stuff in the back
Yeah.
and the new stuff. So
Yeah.
we rotate.
Yeah, we
We
do.
had our first ever $1 million thrift boutique sale at my house 2 weeks ago, which we did wonderfully.
Very good.
We did some
Very, very
great
good,
sales, and that was the first one out of the gate.
Yeah.
And since we don't have an actual storefront, we had to use my house.
That's
Everybody
okay.
was complaining
It's
about the
quite a
stairs.
house. Okay, it's not a shack by any means, and people were just glad to be there. And then you would take them downstairs, as I offered. She was upstairs and meeting people. I said, "Do you want me to take people downstairs?"
She actually did tours
I
downstairs.
did tours.
She would take a group of ladies
and their
down there,
eyes were like,
lit up.
they would just stand there kind of in shock and awe. And I say, well, let's start over here. And they're like, I don't know where to start. Let me show you where to start.
That's right.
And, you know,
That's
it's just fun because it brings out, for me and you, I think, a real happy spot.
Absolutely.
You know,
we
and
have so much fun.
We do. And I will say to you that even though I'm your fan. So even if we hadn't gotten together and gotten along as great as we do, I would still sort of be your fan
Aw.
anyway. No getting rid of me.
see what
I'm
I mean?
sorry.
This is who I get to go home to and deal with on a regular basis. We have amazing people.
Mhm.
And, even though we don't have a lot of staff, the people that are involved in the production of the show and trying to get it off the air, Ron Luxembourg, who is, we call him Papa Ron
that's
around
right.
the house, he has stepped up and is trying so hard to get us to the next level. And I appreciate him and all of his people that he actually has helping to bring this show to fruition. So I'm
Yeah.
excited. And, I'm the type of person where even if nothing major comes out of it, it's okay. We're able to share what we do.
Yes.
We have fun doing
Yes.
it. I'm enjoying the climb, guys.
Yes.
Like, it's such a rush to have wonderful people, to all of us to basically have the same goals,
We
which
do.
is to teach everybody how to save money, how to design their life,
Mhm.
how to design their closet, how to design their money choices.
Right.
These are things that we're teaching by doing this podcast, and hopefully,
Yeah.
if we ever get picked up with the show, these are some of the
Mhm.
things that we're able to share with you guys so that you can use some of the tools that you learn from us, go
Yes.
out there and save some money. Put your money in places where you're going to have some sort of investment for your kids, for your future, for your retirement. That's where your money should be going, not to fashion. Fashion, you can definitely
Yes.
do secondhand,
Yes.
vintage. And sometimes that's, like you
Yes.
said, is better
Yes.
than the new stuff. The
Yes.
quality of the old products, the
Oh,
older products. I know
they're
you've said this to me
beautiful.
many times.
Just, oh.
Quality is there in the outfits from the past. All the new stuff
It's
doesn't
new,
quite
but it goes out
last.
quickly.
Yeah,
as
and
fast as it
also
comes
just
in.
the material,
The
the
feel isn't,
fabrics. Everybody's trying to be competitive and keep a good price
Yeah.
point, but they're kind of cutting down on the quality of the product, and so
Mhm.
you don't get the same fabrics and the same looks and the same designs
That's
as you would in the past. Back in
That's
the
right.
70s, I know
Yes.
you love the 70s
Oh.
era, and anything
Love
that
the
comes from that
70s.
era, she's like, "Oh, Dee,
I
this is
just-
great! Look at this label. This is like from 70s. I
Yeah.
love it, love it, love it."
Yeah.
And
And the 80s I liked because
Yeah.
that's where I was.
And
was in-
80s.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was in fashion with a spree. in the 80s.
That's right.
That
If
was
you don't know,
yeah.
she actually
That
worked
was
for
yeah.
Esprit
I
way
did
back
10 years.
then.
We launched a new product, and it did very well. And I actually learned a lot about producing items. Like Hong Kong was where we had our items made, and that whole interesting the way it's done, and production, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so it's been a really neat ride, but I got to tell you, I think one of the nicest things I like about being with Dee is that she reinvents things, and I love that because it takes a certain person to say, this I've had for a while, but let's pair it with this and make it like this, and we work well off of that
Yes.
together. We'll
Yes, we do.
grab something over here and say, what do you think about this?
Yes.
And it's fun. And so you're using some of the same pieces
Yes.
that it makes a whole different outfit. So you
Absolutely.
feel like you just bought something new.
Absolutely. When I
Mhm.
am helping somebody design their look, when I'm
Yes.
styling somebody, obviously I have a lot of pieces that I can go through. And that's the fun part is
Yes.
pairing things together. If somebody says, I have this big event and I need to look like XYZ, well, that's great. But, I kind of think outside the box.
Mhm.
Instead of just going to a box store and picking up something, spending $1,000 on a dress,
Right.
I'll put something together and it looks very unique.
Exactly.
And so it's kind of a one of a kind,
It is a one of
right?
a kind. Yeah.
And
it really
especially
is.
if it happens to be something that's vintage already.
Yes. Oh,
Ah,
we have so much fun. I
yes,
mean,
we
honestly,
do.
this
Yes,
is
we do.
like, when are you coming over? I'll be over in a minute.
Yes.
We just,
The nice thing is she lives like 10 minutes from
Yeah.
my house. That's
yeah,
even
right.
better.
Straight shot.
Yeah. So needless to say, we have some great times.
We
And
do.
I just wanted to share her with you guys
Oh.
because she's just such a source
you,
of
Dee.
information
Oh, honey.
and such an amazing human being as a person and
Thank you
as
so
a
much.
stylist herself. And wow, how lucky am I?
Oh my gosh.
Really?
I think I'm lucky too.
Truly, like we
I'm
just
lucky
do
too.
well
We
together.
do. I believe in you.
Thank you.
I believed in you 2 years ago when I met you at the store.
Thank
I just
you.
believe in
See?
you, and that's just all there is to it. And then as I've gotten to know you, I can know now why I believe in you. I know you
Thank
are
you.
sincere
Thank you.
and talented, and you will give everyone everything.
Yeah.
You're a giver.
Yeah.
I like to be around givers.
Yeah.
I'm a giver.
Yeah.
I can't tell
Yes,
you how
you
many
are.
times I've put something on and someone says, oh my God, it's so beautiful. I just take it off and give it to them.
Yes.
Well, why
Yes.
not? If they're going to feel good in it,
Yes.
that's my gift to you.
Yes. And I know I've
And
done that
she's
quite
done
a few
that
times.
so many times.
I love doing that. I love giving things away.
So
and
that's
making
why.
people smile.
Yes.
And I've learned in the process of creating my styling business that there are a lot of people out there that really don't know what to wear,
They don't.
especially if they're going to things.
That's the truth.
And they're just confused. And if you ask somebody that is afraid to style themselves, their biggest fear about going to an event is, what do I wear? I have nothing to wear,
That's right.
right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I find myself thinking my old thoughts of, if I have an event, where am I going to wear? And then I quickly go, oh my God, if I don't have something to wear in my multiple closets of over 3,000
Oh, that's
items,
hilarious.
then
Yeah.
I'm like not okay in the head.
Yeah.
So then I kind of remember I have a lot of things, and it's just
Mhm.
about having the courage to pair things
That's
up
right.
and having the courage to wear
That's right.
things out.
That's right.
Now, I happen to be a little bit more over the top, a little bit more bold. I like bling. I'm a pageant girl. I love fancy
You are.
things.
Yes.
But I'm just thrifty.
I
I
love
just won't
it.
spend the money on it.
I love
That's
it.
all.
You know what I think one of the things that I love about you most, and that just was like, oh my God, this woman is unbelievable. One time you wash everything.
Everything.
And then when she
Everything.
says washes everything, she washes everything. And I think one time I came over and you were putting into the washer a wedding dress.
Yes.
And
yes.
I thought to myself, you're putting in the what are you doing?
Yes.
She goes, you just watch. And so I don't know, it was about an hour later. I said, Dee, where are you? I came upstairs. Here she's taking out a wedding dress out of the dryer.
Yes.
I'm like, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was
I
beautiful.
wash wedding dresses. I wash
Everything.
quinceañera
Yes.
dresses. Now, I'm not suggesting you do that and then ruin your wedding
No.
dress. That's not what I'm suggesting. Please don't call me. Don't write me. Don't say I messed up your wedding dress or your
No,
quinceanera
no,
dress.
no.
However, for me, it works out
That's
that way
right.
because I am a germaphobe. And if I don't wash it, then I won't even put it up in my boutique. So if you guys ever come to my store when
Right.
that will
When it
be,
happens, it will be.
everything is washed. I even have a sign made on Etsy that says everything has been laundered. So if you have any kind of allergies to any detergents, just be aware it's laundered, you know. So yes, I've thought of everything. But I can't imagine having so many pieces of clothing and shoes and stuff like that without cleaning them and having them in my house. Like that would be a definite no-go.
Okay, so the other thing is I continue to invite you to come and sort with me.
Oh, gosh. That's
love
one thing, guys, I haven't done. I am like very afraid of those kind of germs and not
Oh.
having washed it before. She is the type of gal that will literally put on a pair of jeans and a
Yes.
t-shirt and some tennies, put her hair up in a bun and
That's
say,
right.
come on, let's go into the cages and sort.
That's right.
Never done it. Not saying I won't try, but
I'll try to get her.
I'm
do
trying
it.
to get past like it takes me a minute on certain things, and this is one of those things that I don't like to get my hands that kind of dirty.
Oh, but there's something wonderful about opening up a black bag. It might smell a little bit,
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Yeah, the smell part is just like a.
and then you're
That's
pulling-
like
Oh, no, it's the best part.
Oh,
You know, and you
Can't stand that.
you start to realize the
stand that.
smells of whether it's extermination smells or it's, you know,
guys,
musk.
if I smell gross
It's
things,
just- she would,
I throw up.
Yeah.
Like I will start gagging.
But we'd have a bag for you
Oh.
to do that in. So
I'm not quite there yet.
That's
Maybe in
funny.
the future,
All right.
I
yes,
will wear a hazmat suit and jump
Oh,
in the
that's
cages
so
with
funny.
you, maybe.
Oh.
But for now, I'm quite
Yeah.
happy with going to the store and searching out that product. If I pay $2 more inside the store instead of, you know, getting it for 50 cents a pound or whatever it is and the sorting things, I'm okay with that.
it's okay. You
Ugh.
find the most amazing, amazing things that people give away. Just those clogs for one.
Yeah.
I can't stop getting back to that
Yeah.
because they're just perfect.
Yeah. I
And
should've
someone
brought them
just threw.
just to
I
show
should have.
everybody.
Somebody threw them in a bag.
Yeah.
And maybe there was stinky stuff in the bag, but those weren't sticky. They're
Ugh.
beautiful. And so you just have to kind of continue to look for the diamond in the rough. And yeah, you'll run into some, rhinestones every here and there. But basically, it's just, deciding to go through these. And yeah, there's
Yeah.
been times where I'm thinking to myself, I can't go through another one. This is disgusting.
Okay. Well, if she has those moments in the cages, I can't even walk up to the cages because my boutique, I kid you not, at least once a week, I'll go down there and perfume the entire room. Even though everything's washed and clean, I just don't want it to have that sitting smell.
I love that about you.
I don't like that.
And
I
I
like for
did
things
it.
to smell fresh and
Yes.
Febrezed.
Yeah, and they do. I mean, everything you have is smells like it just came off a rack.
yeah, it's got to.
But
Otherwise,
somebody's got to go in those bags and pull out those beautiful things, shake them out.
that's
We'll
not
throw them in your washer.
I'm going to need a new washer dryer. I
Yeah,
mean,
just
my poor
Just
washer
just
dryer,
for that, yeah.
it's gone through a lot.
Well, yeah.
A lot. Like when she says I put wedding
Oh, yeah.
dresses and big,
Big dress.
large, oversized, and have I ruined a few? Yeah.
That's okay.
But not enough to get me to stop washing.
No. I think I love that about you. And when I found out that about you, I thought, oh my gosh, I've never seen this in my life. And I've seen a lot of things. I've never seen somebody put a wedding dress in the washer. Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, if I end up spending $100 to take it to the dry cleaners and I've spent $25 on the dress, it doesn't make economical sense to
I
do
get
that.
it.
And so I figure I'll wash it. If anything falls off, I've got handy dandy Robert, my better half. He's got
Oh,
a sequence
yes.
kit that I put together for
Yes,
him. He'll
mends-
fix it up.
He mends so
right?
well. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so it's much cheaper than spending $100 to get it clean, right?
Yes.
It like eats into the
yes.
profit margin
That's
of what
true.
we do.
That's
so I
true.
have to be very, very choosy.
Yeah, and you are. In fact, one time I went thrifting with you, and this is just we had like a little train. I had a cart. You had a cart, And then all of a sudden, like, I once in a while will pick this or that because I see a lot in sorting. So
Yeah.
I don't like do huge shopping because I find it on the back end. But we'll go together and it's like a train. And she'll
Yeah,
be
it's
putting
true.
this and that. And she'll say, oh my God, look at this. The price tag is still on it. It's $1,200. They have it for $42.99. Well, how are you going to pass that up?
I can't.
No,
I can't.
you just can't. So that's her mindset, and so she gets the most amazing things and they're all priced.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
never been worn.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
there's
know,
a lot of stuff with tags on, but even those,
Mhm.
I take the original tags off and I still wash them. And if it's got the kind where you can clip it back, I'll put it back so that I know that I bought it basically new, but I still have to wash it
Oh
because
my
there's like a lot of
gosh.
people touching it and stuff, and I just don't like
You're
cooties.
hilarious, okay? You are hilarious. So,
don't
like,
like
why
cooties.
wouldn't you be around someone like
Oh
Dee?
my gosh.
She's so entertaining, and she's just so smart. Yeah, so we've had some good times,
We
and there's many
have.
more coming,
I know.
you know?
You've been through it with me from the beginning.
Well, it
And
hasn't been bad. It's
no,
been
it hasn't
really
been bad. It's been a lot of
fun.
fun. It's been a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. You know what? You are a beautiful woman. I am blessed to be a
Aw.
part of your life in any
Thank
capacity.
you.
You
Thank
know that?
you.
It's
Thank you. I feel the same.
I
I
know
feel the
that.
same.
So,
It's a
I'm
wonderful relationship, and the
yeah.
fact that we have the personal relationship, the friendship,
Yeah.
and on top of that, she's just a guru at merchandising. I mean, I got the best of both worlds. So I am like so grateful. And I believe everything happens for a reason. I'm a
Yes.
very spiritual
Yes, you
individual,
are.
and I do pick up on people's energy. And that's one thing that I go with my gut. And if my
Mm.
gut tells me that this particular individual that I'm speaking to is that kind of good hearted, those are people that you can't just let go of. So I value that. I value our friendship and I
Oh,
value our
yes.
business relationship. I value you. You're amazing.
Great.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being with
Ditto,
me.
my friend.
Thank you for coming on the show. And if you guys want to reach out, if you have anything that you want to say to me or to Sil or comments about anything about this show, please don't be afraid to reach out. Our website is posted. It's milliondollarthrift.com. There's still a lot of things that we're working on in progress. I'm going to be totally transparent. We're trying to make this work. My business is growing very, very quickly, from styling to trying to put together this boutique, trying to put together the show, trying to put all this together. And on top of that, running different businesses, running my own
Your
household,
home. I was
my
just going
home,
to say.
6 kids,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
everything else
wow.
that goes on in my life. It's a
Yes.
lot, but I enjoy it. And, God gave me one life to live, and I
Mhm.
intend to live it to the absolute max. There's not
Yes.
one day that I want to just waste. I don't want to waste a minute. I don't. There's already been too many minutes that have gone by. I'm not going to tell everybody my age right now, but there's been plenty of minutes that have gone by, and it's made me the age that I am. And I am okay with that because I'm at a point in my life where I'm happy with where I'm at. I look forward to what's ahead of me. I know that I am in charge of where I'm going to
Yes.
be going with the grace and blessing
Mhm.
of God in my life. I can take it to the end. And the
Yeah, you can.
naysayers, that's okay. We love you too.
Yes.
If thrifting is not for you, that's okay. No harm, no foul. We love you
Yes.
just the same. It's okay. Just like I have this phobia about germs and cooties and everything else, and maybe somebody else doesn't. But everybody is special in their own way, and they have their own perspective on things. And if
Yes.
you guys don't think it's for you, that's all right. But hopefully, at least you'll get a kick out of what we do because we find it fun.
We sure do. Oh, thank you so
So
much.
thank you again for being part of our podcast. Thank you for being on this show, Sil.
Oh,
And
Lord.
again, gosh, I hope to bring you guys so much information, and I hope that these podcasts will help you become a better thrifter, better money manager for yourself, and just inspire you to do better and save and create a nest egg for your future. And don't spend the money on clothes and even homeware that you don't need to. Think outside the box, be your own individual. Don't be afraid to try and don't be afraid to fail. My daughter, who is pre med,
Mhm.
she has a saying, fail forward. You can't actually get ahead without failing. So she has her own podcast that she's starting to work on and encourage individuals to think outside the box, be the best version of themselves. And part of that is learning to accept failure because failure is what gets us to
It's
success.
a catapult.
So don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to put an outfit together that maybe Wasn't such a great idea at that time, but you learn from it. It's okay. At the
Right.
end of the day, guys, it's fashion and it's fun and it
Yes.
shouldn't be that serious. So if you have any questions, comments, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. And looking forward to bringing you a lot more of these talkative moments and some very
Yes.
wonderful people in my life so that you can see who I get to share my life with.
Thank you,
Thank
sweetie.
you. Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
And see you guys next time. Till next time, I'm Dee London with $1 Million Thrift.